games in a row. Over the, it's been a month, and that's tough. I mean, it was tough. These last 2 weeks was in three in a row, and we just added another to it. So, doesn't make it any easier. I told the guys they got to be tough-minded. They got to stick together. I think we got guys with high character in there. I think we got good enough football players, and we got to handle whatever we're going to get, and we got to come back and play better next week for Chicago.
What if the team has been tough-minded and has stuck together?
Has stuck together?
You think the team? You said you told the team to be tough-minded and stick together. Do you think they've done that up to this point?
Yeah, I think they've definitely done that. Yeah, I've never felt anything close to our team breaking.
What's been going on this season with the defensive pass interference penalties, and why hasn't that been rectified after all this?
We're not doing it good enough. I mean, it's been a struggle all year. Today was the worst. It's always harder getting your footing out there and stuff, but it is for them also. And, until the end, until they started making some of those, we gave them way too many explosive freebies, and especially those 2 touchdown drives in the first half.
What did you see in that?
With a challenge when it seemed pretty clear that you couldn't really get anything from it.
Yeah, that was a mess up by us. I didn't see it at all. I'm looking down, looking at the stuff, and we knew that there was a fumble. Everyone was yelling that there was a fumble and stuff, and to throw it, and then it's very weird, but the headsets completely went out, and that's why if you guys see me sitting there talking to the guys, I was like, I threw it because we thought it was a fumble, but I can't get a hold of anybody. They were going to give it back to me. They said it was all right, and let me take it back, but NFL called in and said I had to stick with it. So once we talked to them, we knew we were kind of screwed on it.
What were the elements like today, and how did that affect quarterback play in Jimmy Garoppolo?
I think we we struggled to throw and catch a lot more than they did. That's what it looked like.
What happened in the second quarter? You guys got off to the fast start offensively, didn't have a first down in the second quarter. What adjustments or changes did they make there?
Nothing. Nothing changed fronts or coverage-wise the entire game. I think we came out hot the first quarter. I think avoided all those third downs on the first drive, from what I remember. Had the run game going and a few things off of and got the explosives. And for about 2 quarters after that, I felt like it was always 3 and out. We couldn't make the big play, whether it was on a pass or a run. And when we couldn't make the big play, it means you got to do well on third down. And I think you guys saw how that went.
You probably don't want to make roster declarations now, but 4 straight losses, do you have to start looking at some personnel changes?
And I think we have changed personnel a lot each week in these 4 games. So I'm not sitting in to go and make something drastic right now. I'll go evaluate the tape and stuff, and hopefully we'll get a couple more guys back this week. But we'll look at what gives us the best chance, and we'll evaluate those guys through the week and build off of that.
Will you stick with Jimmy Garoppolo as your starting quarterback next week against the Bears?
I would guess so. I'm going to watch this tape and see if guys are healthy, first of all. I don't even know where our guys are at. It was good for Jimmy to be able to get healthy enough to play in this game today.
Well, you acknowledge the pass defense issues. What can you do next? Can you make some personnel changes? Can you change the scheme? How can you try to fix those pass interference?
You got the guys that you have in your building, and you can just, every time a guy messes up, you can change and give someone else a shot. But, we work pretty hard at that, and so do our guys do throughout the week to try to get the best guys out there. Obviously today, it did not improve. It's going to be real tough to get guys off the field with those PIs, and, stuff isn't going to get better if we can't fix it.
Nice throws in the first drive when he rolled to his opposite side, and then he had the one real strong drive in the fourth quarter where they 3 passes and you get a touchdown. And other than those 2 drives, what went on in between?
We didn't get a big play in those others. We had a couple opportunities for them, didn't get them. On that first drive, we hit all of them. On that last drive, we hit all of them. Both of them, I believe, we avoided third down on all of them and got a bunch of explosives, and it seemed pretty easy. And it's tough to get explosives every drive. We had a few opportunities big time for it. I think one, we had a legal guy downfield. One, we had a holding, which I think we had Ayuk alone across the field, and it ended up getting tipped with the holding before he could let it go. So you come up short on those explosives, and when you don't get those explosives, you got to either move the chains running the ball, or you got to be able to do something on third down, and we didn't do anything on third down today.
Any coach in a 4-game losing streak, you're getting some scrutiny here. Do you think you deserve it?
Yeah, you lose 4 games in a row. I'm the head coach of this team. I expect it, and I deserve it.
Have you felt like you've gotten in a play calling rhythm for a full game this season? Do you feel like that's working out okay?
No, I don't think I've gotten a great rhythm. Some of these, I think we've done on a couple drives, but we have not sustained that, and no, I haven't felt comfortable with it.
What did you do in the second half that made it difficult for you guys to run the ball the rest of the way?
What's that?
What did the Colts do in the second half that made it difficult for you guys to run the ball?
They were playing 8-man fronts all the way until until we scored on that drive with those, I think those 3 passes in a row. They were doing 8-man fronts the whole game until those last 2 series. And when you do that, you got to cut somebody out of a gap. I don't think we did a great job of doing that, and we couldn't get through that front 8.
You said Friday, you didn't know if the conditions, were going to who they were going to favor. I mean, they outscored you 30-9 after things got really, really bad out there. Why do you think it was that they were able to function so much better in that?
I don't know. They did better in the rain. I don't. There's not one answer for that. They got 53 guys. We got 53 guys, and they obviously handled the conditions better.
Mitchell got off to such a good start on that first drive, and it just didn't seem like he got the ball repetitive. Do you wish he got the ball more as the game went on? Were there certain plays where he said, I should have ran him instead?
When you go 3 and out as many times as you did, there's going to be a lot of things you wish you did more. But I don't think we got those drives. I felt like we played in the first quarter, and I felt like we played in the fourth quarter, and everything in between seemed like we couldn't make a big play on first or second down, which does happen, but you got to move the chains on third down so you get another set of calls, and we didn't do that.
How do you think Jimmy played, and do you think he was hindered at all by the captain?
It didn't look like it to me. You can ask him on that, but I didn't see that, and I think the whole offense and the whole team didn't play good enough.
How do you feel Jimmy Garoppolo's decision-making was today?
I didn't think there was a ton of bad decisions, just missed some throws, and and obviously the ball got away from him a few times.
Why do you think there's such a gap between the first explosive drive you had and the last one where it was 3 plays and everything seemed seamless?
We went 3 and out, so we didn't stay on the field, so that would be, you got to get a first down to stay on the field, and we got a number of explosives early in that first drive, but everyone out, I think we went 3 and out. It felt like 5 times in a row or something like that, and when that happens, you're not going to see anything. You're going to see 3 plays and no first down.
Kyle, going back to the PIs, does it make it even worse that those aren't young guys? Those aren't rookies who are committing them. These are veteran players who should be able to have that part of the game down.
Yeah, rookie, veteran, whoever. Especially when you have it on some third and longs and stuff. We can't give them the freebies. We got to make them earn it, and we didn't always do that.
Take 2 more.
More execution, a lack of discipline, and things that aren't working with the offense?
It's a lack of discipline when you get a couple penalties. We can do better at that. There's times I don't think we throw and catch very well. And then you got to make some big plays, which we had a chance in the run game early on, but we didn't get that going for, 3 quarters after that. So it's a combination of everything.
You mentioned you would guess Jimmy Garoppolo would start next week, but what's your process going to be over the next few days when you try to make that determination?
That's like, I got a whole team to worry about. I'm not just thinking about what the quarterback situation right now. I'm going to evaluate everything, see where our team's at, see what gives us the best chance to beat Chicago, and see what our options are. That's what you go into each week, finding out your options. We had 2 quarterbacks who were hurting this week. Jimmy was able to come back and play. We'll see if Trey can next week. Still not sure yet. But I got a lot of things to figure out. Thanks, guys.
Why was it so hard to keep the offense rolling in the second quarter?
Like I say, we always talk about doing better longer, so that played a big role in it. But like I say, we just try to run the ball like we're supposed to try to stay away from third downs.
What was working for you in the first quarter where you were able to get so many big explosive plays?
Like I say, the O-line's working. My fullback juice, the receivers, they was working their butts off, so we had it rolling.
How did Jalen Moore play? I know you don't have to watch the tape, but what was your sense of him his first start at left tackle?
Jalen Moore did a good job. He, like I say, Trent was out, so he stepped up big time for us. So proud of him for that.
What's the mood like in the locker room right now?
Like I say, we just lost, so the move's really just everybody's just down. You know what I'm saying? It's always tough when you lose like that.
What was Jimmy like in the huddle as the game progressed and you were having kind of ups and downs?
Like I say, Jimmy, he always making sure we keeping our heads up and stuff, just being a leader. So that's always been Jimmy.
The conditions obviously got worse and worse. What was the hardest part for you playing in that?
Really, like I say, you got to just protect the ball, and that's all. That's one thing that we always express. So that's the only thing.
That's good. All right, David, right here.
You guys got off such a good start, going 2-0, and now losing 4 straight. How frustrated are you guys at this point?
It's tough. It's very tough, especially just how the losses have come. You know, just got off to a good start tonight, and it was just we didn't sustain it throughout the whole game. On the right track this week with Chicago.
What changed in the second quarter? Did they make any adjustments, or what did you see in terms of why they were able to have success slowing you guys down?
You know, I'm not too sure exactly. I got to go back and look at the film, but I think, you know, the weather played a little bit of a role, started to pick up there a little bit, but we just didn't execute. I think just it was too many mistakes stacked on top of each other. You know, one guy would make a mistake here, one there, and that's just not – you can't do that and win football games consistently. So I think it's just we just got to get back to the drawing board. We can't make this many mistakes back-to-back like that.
How did the elements affect you out there? Holding on the ball, et cetera?
It was my first time wearing gloves. They actually worked out really well, so I thought I could spin it pretty well still in it. Like I said in the beginning, it was a lot less than it was later on in the game. As it started to pick up more and more, it became difficult at times with the footing and everything. But I mean, we've played in stuff like this before, so it wasn't anything crazy.
Yeah, later in the game, early in the fourth quarter, out of nowhere, after a lot of 3-and-outs, you had 3 big passes in a row. What clicked all of a sudden?
I wouldn't say anything clicked. It was just we went out there and executed. You know, Debo had a great route on the first one, the longer one down the right sideline to get open, ran a great route, got himself open. Then the one to Charlie, that really wasn't even how the play was drawn up, but they kind of dropped him in coverage, hit him, and then Debo made a play at the end there, kind of an off-schedule play. So it's kind of like I was saying before. It's us executing. We got to go out there, execute, make the plays when we get the opportunity, and if we do that, we could get on the right track. But it's going to take a lot of effort and a lot of hard work at this point.
On the second interception, it seemed like the ball may have slipped out of your hand a little bit as you were trying to get over to Juwan.
The one at the end?
Yeah. And then just kind of, it seemed like you were standing there just kind of dazed for a second, just soaking it all in. What was going through your mind?
Yeah, that one I didn't get on top of it, didn't finish the throw, so it sailed. I don't know, it's just the whole night, you know. It's tough playing in that weather to begin with, you know, just the mental toughness you have to have. But then when things are going wrong like that, it makes for a tough night. So it was very frustrating, but, you know, we're going to stick together. We got a team that, you know, we do have playmakers, we got players, we got good coaches, and we got to stick together at this point.
How did the calf feel during the game, and how did you come out of this one?
It held up, I'll say. Definitely felt it at times, but you know, it sort of is what it is. I think all the guys out there, we're all playing with something right now, so just kind of it's that point of the season.
Is it something you feel you're going to have to manage for a little longer? Or?
I don't know. We'll see. I feel it, but it's not hindering me at all, I'd say.
You have a lot of guys that have been in the system for a little while now. Can you pinpoint why there are so many mistakes being made at this point?
I don't know. I don't have one specific thing. I think it's, we just gotta, whatever play is called, we just have to go out there and execute it. So it's just about putting in more time, more effort, staying longer, putting in more hours. Things like it's the little things at this point. And the NFL is a crazy thing. It's 1 week you're on top, and 1 week you're at the bottom of it, and it's just every team has their ups and downs, and we're at a lower end of the point right now, but we can fight back.
Last one.
How did
Jimmy,
Jalen
was
Moore-
there any fun trash talking between you and DeForest during the game?
No, Defo was pretty locked in that whole game. We were too, but no, I nothing out of the ordinary, I would say. Go ahead, Jennifer.
How did Jalen Moore do today?
Jalen did good. He did. He really did. He held his own, being his first start and everything. Thought he came in with the right mindset pregame. You could tell he was locked in and ready to roll, and I thought he played really well. There were some highlights in this game. Elijah had 100. Debo played good, I thought. It was, so there are some positives to take out of this, but we have to get back to the drawing board, and we have to go to work now.
The way it works, everybody's going to look.
We can do one more. Say it.
Everybody's going to look at the quarterback at a 4-game losing streak, and I know you played only in 3 of them, but how do you deal with that?
I mean, we're a tight team right now, I think. So it starts with me, no doubt about it. But I think, we got a good group of guys, and like I said, we got to go back to work now. All right. Thanks, guys.
You guys were getting turnovers easy early in the game. How did it feel? Did it feel like you guys had that momentum that you were seeking going into this game?
Yeah, I thought we did a great job attacking it. You know, Josh Norman has been doing a heck of a job just, punching at it. I mean, that dude is one of the best at doing it. You know, I'm trying to punch at it. We had a lot of interception ops. Got to just continue to search for it, get it back to our offense.
Well, there's no one thing, obviously, but you did not expect to be 2-4 this season. Can you, begin to explain what's going on?
I think, you can go about it a whole bunch of different ways. The bottom line is we're not playing good enough. I know that sounds like a broad answer, but I can go down the line, and it's every single person, me included. I look at myself and see what, there's things that I got to do better, and that's how everybody's got to look at it, And if you thought you were working hard and doing a lot this past week, that wasn't enough. It's got to be even more now. Everybody's got to come together, players, coaches, everybody, and we're gonna figure this thing out. We don't have a choice. That's just how this league works. You got to come back to work and do better.
How can you guys fix the defensive pass interference?
I don't know if there's a clear-cut answer for that. Obviously we either gotta we just gotta rep it more in practice, or get more reps at it so we're more comfortable doing it in a game. But yeah, that's obviously an area we got to be better at, because it's not like I think Carson, that's where all his yards were from defense pattern interference. So we just all got to be better.
How difficult is it to overcome those passing interference penalties that keeps the drives alive like it did tonight?
Bottom line is it doesn't matter the mindset, whether they get the pass interference or they get an explosive play, you got to stand up no matter what. It doesn't matter. Like, we got to play way better in the red zone. We're letting too many easy just walk-in scores happen. We got to get it fixed, and we will. That's got to be a ton better, and it's just, like I said, I can go about it so many different ways, but it doesn't matter if they get a defense pass interference or not. We got to continue to stand up.
Brad, as a leader of this team, what is your message in the locker room? How do you get them to, as you say, get it together going forward?
I had a message for the guys. I'll leave it in there, but just know that everybody's got to do better. You got to work harder. That's it.
All right.
Thank you.
On anything in particular that changed from the first quarter where you guys were moving the ball well to the second where it was more challenging?
No, I just wouldn't say nothing really changed. We just have to come out there as a group, as a whole, just complete our assignments individually, and all the things will start to fall in place.
So just it's still the little things, little mistakes that are...
It's definitely still the little things that we have to lock in all week and just allow it to carry over on Sundays.
How slippery was the football with the rain?
I think we did a good job of keeping the ball as dry as possible, but as a wideout, it is pretty hard to catch a wet ball. That's why you see we had rain gloves as a whole, so it just kind of made it easier, but not as easy as to catch the ball. But we just had to lock in out there and just go out there and make plays.
What was the condition of the field?
The field was great. I didn't have to wear the big spikes underneath the cleats, so they did a good job with that.
You guys have a group that's been together. You've obviously been to a Super Bowl with a lot of guys out there. What can you put your finger on why you guys are so making mistakes?
I really can't put my finger on it. I just feel like personally we just have to go out there and just be the team that we know he is. We way better than what our record's showing, and way better than what we putting out there on tape, and just have to come together as a whole and just put it together.
What do you think the disconnect is between having what you guys say is a good week at practice and it not translating?
Say it again.
What do you think the disconnect is, having what you guys are saying are, good weeks at practice and it not translating on game day?
I really can't answer that. I just felt like we just didn't go out there and execute to the best way possible that we could.
Is there a way to change this going forward? More of an execution thing, or is it more of a scheme thing for you guys?
I don't think it's more of a scheme thing. We believe in Kyle, and Kyle do a great job all week of putting us in position to make plays. We just have to lock in on all the little details and focus more and just come together.
Thank you, Debo. We got Nick here for you.
Fred mentioned easy walk-in touchdowns. Is there a common thread to those? Is it being too aggressive at the goal line? What's happening with some of those?
I couldn't tell you on that. Just assignments and being ready for what they're gonna throw at us. But yeah, I need to watch the film before.
How did you feel the mood and the energy was of everybody before the game?
It's good. We go into every game with a good mentality, and yeah, it was good.
Stays consistent, even though you're dealing with the frustration of multiple defensive pass interference penalties.
Say it again.
Do you feel that your mood stays consistent, even though it's frustrating to go against when you have those multiple defensive pass interference penalties?
They hurt, but we're always confident in our guys, and Fred does a great job of resetting our minds and getting us ready to go.
Conditions like today, field conditions, how do they affect a pass rush?
It wasn't too bad footing. It was just obviously the style of game changes, and there's a lot of it turns into a running game, and when guys can't throw and catch, and so yeah, it's just style of game turns into more of a running game and less opportunities for the pass rush.
How are you?
I feel like I just got ran over by a train, but I'll be all right.
The obviously didn't start the way you wanted to, Josh. It seemed like you fought your way back, trying to rally the defense. How was that?
Never feels good when you lose, obviously, and when you put everything into it. It's a devastating moment. It's a devastating feeling, obviously, but we've got guys in the locker room to correct it. So I think you got to see it from hindsight 2020. So.
Calls. Do you
Mhm.
agree with the calls? Is there anything you can do to prevent those?
Obviously, it's an offensive league, so the moment you take your stinger away, it's the moment that you become lax, and they got you. So for us, we just got to understand that, we just got to be better in certain situations like that. But at the same time, just got to stay with that stinger. It's what got you here, and we just got to continue to, be better in certain situations when the ball is in the air, and knowing that, they throw it up. It's not even a 50-50 anymore. But we just got to work it, start some practice, and continue to go out there and execute when the numbers call.
Like in the first half, you guys were able to get good reads, especially on some of their out routes. Yeah, had some near interceptions. Then the second half, it seemed like they either changed up their way they attacked you guys. What happened in that second half that allowed them to get those deep balls thrown?
They had a good balance of running pass and had a couple play actions in there. Like I said, man, we just got to be better in executing our assignments that's being asked of us. I know I got to do a better job at certain plays that I know this coming, and I just we got to be there for them. And I think in secondary as a whole, understanding what is asked of us, coaches put in position, we just got to make plays. That's what it comes down to. But the beauty of it, we got the guys in the room to do it. And if it's not, we wouldn't be here. So that's a good thing, knowing that. That's the silver lining you take from it. Because looking outside, nobody's coming to help. It's us, all about us and what we do. Drive the bus from the back, so we just got to be better, and we will. We got the coaching staff to do it. Definitely got the players, so just waiting on that break.
Do you feel like there's any over-eagerness to try and make a play on the ball?
Oh, yeah, of course. And that's when you get out of position. Stuff like that happens. Had that happen to me today, and I feel so bad about it because, let my teammates down in certain situations that, you got to let the game come to you. Don't go after it because it tells the tale. And sometimes, you may get it, but other times it's going to bite you. So just got to be better in certain situations. And like I said, we will, man. We carry the mantle on our back and understand what comes with that. And we just got to go out there and make more plays than they do.
What happened on the Colts' first touchdown pass?
There was an interchange. It was a read route. It was on a couple times. But that one where, like I said, goes back to what he was saying, man, trying to make a play and trying to go to it instead of it come to you. And like I said, it hurt defense on that play. We just got to be better and not forcing an issue. I think that was out there trying to force it after that big play that we gave up. And, kind of got a little haywire there. But like I said, those guys doing a great job. We just got to be better in certain situations like that.
One more. When you say when the ball's in the air, it's not even 50-50 anymore. Are you saying that you guys are at a disadvantage already, that it's not going to, the call's not going to go your way?
I mean, look, it's like I said, it's a passing league, so everybody want to see points. I think we kind of at a disadvantage now from that. But at the same time, whether it goes our way or not, we still got to execute. We those guys get paid just like we do. We still have to be in position to go out there and fight against the opposition. And like I said, it starts in practice, and we're going to rep it. You know, now it's starting to be a problem. Don't let it be a problem till it becomes a problem, as Coach would say. And we see it now, and sometimes teams just going to heave it up. And if they do, we got to take the mindset as, that's my ball. And that's what I'm going to this week. That's my ball. The other one get thrown up. That's just how I see it. And we just got to be in position and be better. And we will. And like I said, we got the guys in the room, so, yeah.
Not let your emotions influence your play out there?
Say it again?
Is it hard to not let your emotions influence your play out there trying to make a play?
Yeah, it is. It is in a sense. Like I said, you know, you give up one play and you want to go out there and do something to fix that by making a big play. And that sometimes get cross-wired with your teammate and what it's asked of you. And so you just got to be disciplined and understand that, you know, the next play is that play that you got to make sure your execution is flawless and, you know, do the assignment that's asked of you and not try to run into it. And so and we got a lot of games, so I'm looking forward to, you know, as a unit, to be better next week. And we will. And like I said, we have all the tools and all the people that's in the room to get that done. And if it wasn't, then that'd be a problem.
Thank you, Josh.
Thank you.